BCTV and WB&H thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business, with branches in Bedford, Manchester, Nashua, and Derry. PrimaryBankNH.com. Delta Dental, providing easy access to quality dental coverage for every smile, from your younger years to your golden years, with the nation's largest provider network. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing healthcare to meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Murphy's Tap Room and Carriage House Event Center, where meals turn into moments and conversations last a little longer. Murphy'sTapRoom.com.
He can run things at the left side. Now Helton stings the top corner. Hodgson Rogers, she gets the edge, tries to split the defenders, does. Bounce shot is good.
Back kicks, deals, fastball swung on and missed. Oh, big hit there from Page, and that's going to go over the wall.
Now Muir looks in the middle, finds Montagano, and she buries Spotty's up top as Green runs through all of them. Beautiful pass backside, and Kahn with another save. Welcome everybody to Bedford High School here in Bedford, New Hampshire, as we will bring you tonight's and this afternoon's season finale, at least the home finale, for the Bedford girls lacrosse team as they take on the Merrimack Tomahawks. My name's Corey Munster Tiger. I will be joined shortly by Emily Whittier. She is running a few minutes late, but she will be helping out on the broadcast throughout as we get started here. Ready for draw, 12 minutes on the board as the Bulldogs coming in at the record of 7-7 will be taking on the visiting Tomahawks, whose record is 8-4. Teams taking their positions, remembering what sides of the field they are on. So Irene Sy will head down to the opposite end. The goal down to our right. Starting goalkeeper for the Bulldogs, as Sophia Richard will be down to our left in their black uniforms. The Merrimack team will be defending the goal to our left. Ready for the opening draw. Mary Lenti on the draw for the Bulldogs as familiar. Phenomenal last game against Pinkerton. Unfortunately, the Bulldogs fell in overtime 7-6, but Lenti had a day at the draw circle. Must have been upwards of 70 to 80% on those draw controls. Bulldogs in a scrap now. It is controlled by Riley Taylor, who took the draw. She'll be checked inappropriately. They will call a foul, and she's ready to self-start. Near side, Jackie Hayes. Back into the middle. Here's Olivia Mitchell. Now taking a few minutes to calm things down. They'll probe the middle of the field. That was Taylor again. They skip a pass now here to Hayes. Hayes will have a go at it righty. Good crash on the adjacents here. Feet inside. Spin away from pressure. The ball falls out of the stick though, and Peyton Baldock is there. She scoops up the ground ball up to Lenti. Lenti into transition. Avoids several defenders. Now falls down. She'll get a call there inside the offensive area. So Lenti will pick it up. Back to Molly Muir. And that one's right in the sun. Tough to handle as Eloise Montagano can't pull it down. Good check from behind as she redefends. And now she'll scoop up the ground ball. Makes a dodge. Shot, score. Montagano, great effort there as she couldn't squeeze the first pass. Was able to redefend, get the ball back on the turf, scoops it up. Little move out to her right hand and buries high. Montagano puts the Bulldogs up early. So back to the draw. Mary Lenti and Riley Taylor as her teammates reposition around the edge of the circle. They're set to go. Lenti back to herself, as she says, self-service. Nice move there by Molly Muir, getting around 2 and 3 defenders. And now back into the offensive area. The sun is setting down to our right side, so this is going to be right in goalkeeper Sophia Richards' face. Right in her eyes to the top center, top right of her crease. Tough positioning here, pretty much right where Carly Hodgson-Rogers is now. Nice dodge in the middle there. Splits 2 defenders, but her shot is high. Backed up behind by Paige Gibson. Two behind set for the Bulldogs. Look up top here, Emerson Drown. Now Carly Hodgson-Rogers. Far side from Muir. Cut through the middle, Lenti with the quick stick. Beautiful save by Richard. Rebound pops all the way out and the Tomahawks gain control. Phenomenal save there by Sophia Richard. Cut through the middle. Bulldogs did well to find Lenti cutting through, and her quick stick was on cage, but Richard's reactions were phenomenal. And now they're down into their offensive end. Oh, missing a pass there. Person was not expecting it, I believe. Yeah, that was Vivian Torres. Drive here, shot score. Irene Tsai can't catch up to that one. We'll fill you in on the number, can't see it quite yet. But the Tomahawks are even now. Jackie Hayes, I believe, 14 on the goal. 1-1 here in Bedford. Emily, appreciate you joining me in the box today. Pleasure to have you back here.
Happy to be here, happy to be here.
Bulldogs open the scoring on a beautiful redefend by Eloise Montagano, and now Hayes comes through as Jackie Hayes on the goal. For the Merrimack Tomahawks, they even it at 1 with 8:51 to go here in the first. Was mentioning, Emily, the huge impact that Mary Lenti had on the Pinkerton game. Again, they lost in overtime. Phenomenal game last week, 7-6.
Hat trick.
She had a hattie, and I was mentioning her phenomenal work at the draw circle, as we see here again. Last one was self-service. This one pushed forward and picks up the ground ball on a one-hop.
She's been an absolute force all season on the draw.
She has.
All right, moving the ball around. Ooh, good ground ball by Merrimack.
The Tomahawks pick it up. Hayes gets the ball popped out of her stick. And Gibson looks to make the connection with Montagano. She's able to scoop it off the turf, and now they'll settle things down.
Yeah, lots of chaos. I was just about to say, I think we need a quick little pass around, little settle the ball action over here.
And that they will do, as we're seeing here Merrimack playing that similar backer defense that Pinkerton did last week.
Yeah, that was tough. They were going in between backer and man-to-man, and it was a very unpredictable, successful defense, I will say.
Absolutely. Athletic kids, they were able to keep them out.
Nice.
And that was a goal by Montagano. Good feed in the middle from Muir.
Nice quick shot, quick ripper, bottom right. Good feed.
Richard got a piece of that, but it definitely snuck through on her offside hip. And Montagano with her second goal of the game, this one from Molly Muir. Nice pitch and catch, feed through the middle on the nice cut.
Great ball placement on that shot and on that feed, matter of fact. I was saying last week, Eloise Montagano was due. They were doing a real good job keeping tight defense on her, but here she is sneaking through that Merrimack defense today.
Starts off the Bedford scoring with 2 more to add to her season totals. I have no idea what her season total is, but there are 2 more on it.
Probably pretty high.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's one of the drawbacks of our local TV access here. We don't have all the stats up here in the booth. It would be nice.
Would
but,
be nice.
You know, we're not an ABC production or anything like that. So anyway, Montagano has done quite well for the Bulldogs throughout this season, as we see Lenti on the draw control again. 3 for 3 for her as we tick down to 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. An absolutely stunning afternoon here in Bedford, New Hampshire. 85 degrees, light breeze. Just a marvelous weather day for one of the last few regular season games here for this girls squad.
It is a beautiful day. Can't complain about some sun shining. I'm not sure the goalies are super happy about it, but
I was mentioning that before you arrived here, especially this left end of the field as we look down.
Another
Inside
beautiful
Montagano,
feed.
Beautiful stutter hesitation rocker step there from Montagano, and she quickly has a Hattie. 3-1 Bedford. You see the feed inside here. Carly Hodgson-Rogers, that little hesitation right there, that stutter step, gave her a little bit of room. She's able to rock back to her strong right hand and bury high. Eloise Montagano with a Hattie already.
Sometimes when the offenses play that close inside the 8, even like right on the 8, it actually poses to be a disadvantage, but here it's really working. They're confusing the backer. It's really tight. She's really just hiding in there. They got to put higher pressure defense on her. She's going to keep ripping it all day.
And now back to the draw circle. Lenti. 3 for 3. Can she keep it? 100 at 4 for 4. Whistle is blown. Ball is down.
Molly Muir might save her. Oh, ball fight.
That looked like an empty, and it wasn't. Didn't get called, and on the ground ball, Riley Taylor. So I think I jinxed Lenti. Sorry, Mary. 3 for 4, still
That's
not
all right.
too
Keeping
shabby.
it interesting. Keeping it interesting. 6:25 left in the first.
Bulldogs haven't had extended time on the defensive end here in this first quarter.
We'll see. I feel like we had stand-up performance last week by Andy Nugent, Peyton Bolduc, Emerson Drown. I see them all out there right now.
Bolduc on a ground ball early helped with a clear on one of Merrimack's first settled possessions in this first quarter.
They were really successful last week with 1v1. Ooh. 1v1 defense, and hope to see a little bit more of that today. Carly Hodgson-Rogers, absolute animal back there.
That was a sneaky little pass inside to Jackie Hayes, though, for the tomahawk. She caught it backhand, and now the Bulldogs turn it over. It hits the referee.
Hits the referee. A little backboard action.
Liza Montagano scoops up the ground ball on that far sideline. Or excuse me, is that? Yeah, that's Liza, I believe.
Always tough when you run. You bust your butt back there. You come all the way up, and then you throw the ball away. That one hurts, but we got it back.
Got it back, and now Paige Gibson will run this 2-player behind set, looking for cutters through the middle. Lenti puts her stick up, catches in the middle, shot is high. Good look inside from Molly Muir.
That little 2-man gain from that top is working really well. They're feeding it right into Lenti and Montagano.
It's tough to defend, especially if they're going to play that backer, like you were saying. Here's the slip right there. They can't make the connection. Emerson Drown was able to get free in the middle. Pass was just over her head. And now the Bulldogs on the redefend. Earn possession back.
Like to see them settle. It's pretty hot out. Got to take a breath, find the open man, balance out a little bit.
Gibson will do just that. Well, maybe she won't. She'll drive hard righty. Gets the edge. Bounce shot just wide left. Bulldogs will back it up behind. Liza Montagano will bring it in from the end line. Back underway. 3-1 lead for the Bulldogs. Just over 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Feed inside. Can't make the connection as Paige Gibson had it go off her stick. Sophia Richard will pick it up.
good clear. Everybody, good redefend. Everybody is marked up nice and tight, not giving the goalie very many options to clear here.
This always cracked me up with the goalies just hanging out back there.
Yeah.
Did you ever try to put pressure on those goalies?
Yeah, sometimes it becomes too late, though. You have to do it like almost instantaneously for it to be successful.
Good transition here, legging it through midfield, Lila Carls. She'll bring it all the way behind. Yeah, that pocket is really deep, so the legal checks are somewhat ineffective on that goalie
Yeah,
stick.
you really have to hit them, and honestly, most of the time it's going to get called anyway, so it's really just a body on ball there.
Now the Tomahawks will look to settle things. They trail 2 here, just over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Trying to get some offensive possession.
They're playing very wide out in comparison to Bedford. Their offense is really tight. They're backing out quite a bit, giving themselves some space to make something happen here.
Now they'll bring 2 players behind and try to use all that space that you're talking about. Little stack positions on either side of the fan. 2 near side, 3 far side. Looking for cutters across that formation.
Good movement. Everybody's moving off ball, constant cutting.
Nice defensive footwork by Mel Gibson, too.
Very good. Looks like a basketball player right there.
Yeah, and that is not the movie star Mel Gibson. That is our Melanie Gibson, senior defender.
Carly Hodgson-Rogers showing her speed again. Ugh.
Pass up just a bit low. That's going to trickle out of bounds on that far sideline. Tried to squeeze one in up to Liza Montagano. But again, that pass just a bit low and hot to handle. So 2:04 left in this first quarter, 3-1. Bulldogs still ahead 2. They'll bring the Tomahawks defender a little bit farther forward to restart. And she'll be double teamed there. That was Kylie Perella. They'll pop it back to Sophia Richard.
Ooh.
Her pass in the middle gets picked off. Through the middle.
Nice.
Shot score.
Beautiful
Individual
job.
effort. Paige Gibson knocks down the outlet pass from Richard. Picks up the ground ball, scoops it up cleanly, right in stride. A couple of cradles and she buries high.
Put that one on the highlight reel. Beautiful read by Paige Gibson. She looks up. I actually thought she was going to pump to Eloise Montagno. She waits, she reads the defense, and she hits it bottom left. Great shot.
Well done, Gibson. 4-1 now. Bulldogs ahead with 1:33 left in this first quarter.
Lots of action. Lots of goal scoring from White today. Love to see it. I think last game they only had 4 goals, and it was up until the fourth quarter.
They sure did, and they trailed. They made a nice comeback, scored 2 late to force overtime against Pinkerton.
Awesome game.
It was. Lengthy self-serve again. 4 for 5. I better just not say anything before, right?
Yeah.
Last time I mentioned that.
That's right. It keeps it interesting.
Yeah. Now
She does an excellent job on the draw.
Montagano to Montagano. Now back to Muir. Hodgson-Rogers looks in
sees
the
it right
middle.
in the middle. Oh,
Another goal. Eloise Montagano. Her 4th. I mean, somebody's got to cover her, right?
yeah. I wonder if they'll adjust from their backer and get into some man-to-man because they're sneaking right by them. Even then, they barely even set up. I wasn't even prepared for them to feed that in there. She was ready to go, and she just spun and turned shot.
You love it, and sometimes those quick activities are what catch both the defense as well as the goalkeeper off. Great look inside by Carly Hodgson-Rogers. It's her 2nd assist on the day. 4 goals for Eloise Montagano here in this first quarter. 5-1 is your score.
Good senior day for her.
Sure is. Again, 7 seniors honored here before the game, and Lenti serves it back to herself once again.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Carly Hodgson-Rogers into the offensive area. Tomahawks will recover, get all the way back to the fan, and try to defend from there. Looks like they've bounced into a man-to-man now.
Yes. I think that was definitely the right move here. Keep it tight, sticks up. lots of communication. Bedford's just got to keep moving the ball, keep moving their feet off ball, and get some shots on net.
30 seconds to go, first quarter. Pass into Lenti, misses, but right there for the ground ball.
Tried
Near.
that 5-hole, nice save.
Sure did. Bounce shot right at the feet of Richard, but she was able to close that 5-hole quickly, make a nice save. Here's Montagano. Double. Ball gets knocked out of her stick.
Ooh.
We get a foul, though. And Montagano looks like she'll have an 8-meter, top left of Richard.
A little surprising because she did not charge in there, wrong word. she went right on in there. I'm actually surprised that they gave that to her, but we'll take it.
Tough call there. Players are repositioned on the outside. 2, 3, 4 cradles, and Montagano 5 goals here in the first quarter.
Good day to be number 2.
Why not? 5-1.
Nice shot. Quick cradle. She just kept going in, looking like she could shoot that at any second. That was a very successful run and drive and shot.
And honestly, on somewhat of an iffy call, but
yeah,
the Bulldogs will take that and extend their lead.
Got to capitalize.
To 6-1.
And I wonder too, is the sun has got to be beating right on her face down there. So maybe we'll see some momentum shift in the second quarter here.
Possibly.
They switch every quarter in high school, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, sides.
Yeah, they'll flip-flop for quarter number 2. Feeling a nice cool breeze too out from our right side here. Draw didn't quite go high enough for this official, so they'll redo it with 0.8 seconds left here in this first quarter.
It's going to hit the air.
Yeah.
Horn will go off. Good practice. Let's see what we got.
Straight up. And there's the horn. Lila Carl's on the draw for the Tomahawks. Somewhat irrelevant there, as that was only with 0.8 of a second left in this first quarter. After 6-1, the Bulldogs lead the Tomahawks here from Bedford High School. Okay, so you're Coach Todd with the Tomahawks. Thoughts on how they're going to earn their way back into this game?
I mean, I think the first thing is going to be, they've been spending a lot of time on defense, so sticks need to be up in the 8, and I think kind of selfishly as a defender, sometimes you need to just worry about your own until you hear crash, help, things of that nature. It's kind of hard because you want to be helping at every angle you possibly can, but I think Bedford is finding those gaps and they're clearly capitalizing on them. So sticks up, man, body on, and just worry about your man and listen for help.
Definitely need to tighten it down on that defensive end. So while we have a minute here in between quarters, I want to make sure that we acknowledge our underwriters. We at BCTV and WBNH would like to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage. That's Primary Bank, Northeast Delta Dental, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and Murphy's Tap Room and Carriage House Event Center. Appreciate their support throughout this spring season. Again, as we come to a close of this regular season, playoffs will start next week as these teams sort out their seeding. I was mentioning earlier, Bulldogs just with one more game on their schedule tomorrow evening at Souhegan, a tough one there. Souhegan at 13-1, second place in Division I standings, trailing only Portsmouth at 12-0. That's a tough way to finish out their regular season, so we'll see how that positioning helps them. They're currently, I believe, 8th in the playoff seeding.
Yeah.
And they're going to have some challenges here as they head into postseason. Merrimack, though, on the other hand, has a very busy week. So 4 games in 4 days. So tonight here at Bedford, tomorrow Hollis Brookline, Hanover on Thursday, and then Friday at Winnicott. So incredibly busy last week for Merrimack. That's going to be taxing on this team.
Yeah, that is a lot of games to play at once, but sometimes I think those can be good because it's like a practice. You get a really good momentum shift, and you really see what you need to capitalize on and fix. And hopefully they can do that in the next few games. Souhegan's always a fun team to play, though, on the Bedford side.
Tough squad, traditional powerhouse in women's lacrosse.
Yes.
Well coached, great athletes out there on that squad. And again, that's represented in their 13-1 record this season.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a good game.
First quarter is in the books here. We're ready to start the second quarter of tonight's lacrosse doubleheader. Again, the boys team will be taking on Exeter at 7 p.m. We'll bring you that game as well. We joined in the booth by Jay Abendroth for game number 2, but game number 1, quarter number 2, just about, and now it is underway. Mary Lenti, again, controls that draw. Huge aspect of this game.
Draw
Keep getting control.
I wonder if Merrimack has or will switch up. Have you noticed was it number?
They have,
oh,
yes.
Yeah, they're trying some different stuff over there.
Yep, that last one before the first quarter expired was Lila Carls. I didn't catch the number on this one, but they started the game with Riley Taylor taking the draws.
So they're trying to switch it up, see what works, but Mary Lenti is dominating on the draw.
Quite crafty at it as she, little face dodge here. Splits to her left hand, shot lefty was a bit high, but I like her aggressive move to the cage there.
Success on Merrimack, too, on that defensive side with their sticks up, forcing her to really push up and kind of shoot a little bit different than normal, putting it way above the net.
Gibson with a little stutter rocker
Nice
step
check.
there. Ball pops out. The Tomahawks off to the races.
On she goes.
Ball falls out of Hayes' stick, but she's able to scoop it up quickly. Tomahawks will settle things down. Here's Lila Carls.
Great play.
Move it around the backside with Olivia Dine.
Excited to see what they're going to do here. Maybe they'll call a play or, oh. Good,
Pass through the middle. Tough handle there.
good read, getting out of there.
Popped out of her stick and she decided to pull it down and regroup. That was Lila Carls through the middle.
Just got to keep moving off ball, even on those adjacent sides. Defense is holding strong on the Bedford side, putting pressure where pressure's due.
Olivia Mitchell, nice crash on the adjacent defender.
Very good help D. It's tough. Bedford's not giving them much.
It was Emerson Drown on that support on the left side of the defense. Here's Avery Gauthier.
They're looking and there's nothing happening. Nobody's cutting through. We got to get some movement inside there.
Slipped there. Shot was too high. Olivia Mitchell got one off, but oversized cage.
Great take, and they
They
weren't
backed
the
it up.
last guy back.
Yeah.
Molly Muir.
Good hustle there to get to the end line. Again, in lacrosse, when the shot goes out and where it goes out, the closest player will be awarded possession.
Typically, you're going to get the offense. Normally, they get it. Sometimes it's goalie ball, but Molly Muir hustled, got that ball back.
And the offensive formations dictate that a player is behind to
Yes.
facilitate that
Typically, two.
continued possession here.
Paige Gibson.
Round in the corner, Paige Gibson, strong move. Just kept going to that right hand. Got her hands free right in front of the cage and able to bury low left.
Nice to see that crease roll. We talked about that last time in the Pinkerton game. She rolled the crease a couple times. None of them stuck. A little bit wide of the net, even the game before. And we said, she just, as she gets older, we think that more of those are going to sink for her. And that was a perfect example. Great shot.
Gibson's second of the day for sophomore attacker. 2 goals for Gibson, 5 for Eloise Montagano in that first quarter. 7-1 your score. Just under 9 minutes to go in this first half. We're back to the draw circle. Mary Lenti again. Lila Carls, I believe, again for the Tomahawks. Sophomore midfielder for Merrimack, and it is. And then equally ineffective as Lenti controls again.
Montagano to Montagano.
Love the sister connection.
Oh, yeah.
The senior to the freshman. And now Gibson will take it behind.
Watch it!
Back up top.
ISO!
Righty drive for Eloise Montagano.
I like that sort of ISO, sort of not with Mary Lenti and Molly Muir on the side, but if they were a little bit more to the right, then Eloise would have had more space to go.
Good stick there. Nice stuff by Richard.
Very good.
Little slip of the screen there by Molly Muir. She had some time and space in traffic.
I like that shot, though. You'd rather see them shoot that than get, checked, fouled. I like that she was aggressive there.
She actually had to scoop up the ground ball as the defender got a stick on the ball. And again, similar thing, similar result, though. And this time, Drown controls the ground ball.
Emerson Drown up top. Thought she was a true defender. Oh, no, she's a midi.
Midfielder, yeah. Nice cut here. And a goal.
Very good.
Tough one there. It looked like Muir hit the post, and it might have come back off of Richard.
Molly Muir was due. Hustling all over the field. Started way at the end of the other side. Picking up that ground ball, getting the transition up. Great shot.
And there it is. Molly Muir on the goal. Assisted by Paige Gibson from behind.
Bedford go by number 3, Molly Muir.
8-1 your score. 7:42 left in this first half.
Solid start. I want to see Mary. I wonder, Mary Lenti does an excellent job getting it up in the air, and she's very good at that one time. You want to see Merrimack get this ball on the ground, get a foot race going inside that draw circle.
Do you have much experience with the draws yourself?
No, sometimes they would throw me up there because I was a little speedy, but no on the draw. Nobody wants me there. I'm so short. I'm too short.
Now, it's not just the size. I mean, that definitely helps. Length, length of arm, length of frame. But she also is very well controlling the direction of where that ball comes.
Yes, a lot of
up
it
or
is
out
direction,
or forward.
yeah. And a lot of it's strength, honestly. But I was a true defender. No one really gave me the opportunity up there, but I don't know how well that would have gone.
I'm sure it would have gone much better than you thought. Missed pass here, ground ball picked up by Andy Nugent as they'll get it up into the offensive area. Sometimes you just don't do things because their skills are so specialized in women's and men's lacrosse, right? But you get a chance. You're like, wow, man, maybe I can take the draw.
Yeah, I think even more so now. It's evolved a lot. There's specific sticks that are more specialized, which actually Mary Lenti does use one. You can see them swap it out a little bit. She gets it from Melanie Gibson, but it's definitely a really good skill to have in this sport.
Hey, you're good, Liv!
Carly Hodgson-Rogers gets whacked as she goes in. Double team, a little legal stick. Check, and Richards comes up with a save
Emerson
here.
Brown, excellent hustle. Ooh.
Like an empty check there, no? Either way, it doesn't matter, no call. Jackie Hayes scoops up the ground ball. She'll get through things, and now we're gonna get a card. I think there might have been a little mouthing off, so Mary Lenti will be sent off for 2 minutes.
I like that let them play, though, a little bit, that mentality back there. Little dicey. I think Emerson got tripped. They kept it going, but good hustle.
A little surprising, though, that the call came
it was a little
where it
late.
didn't seem like there was any physical contact there. So it was either very late or maybe something else was going on that we couldn't see or hear from here.
Oh, good D. Eloise in the middle.
Ava Woods. Oh, nice job with a stick there. Good hustle, Paige Gibson.
Great redefend by Bedford. Man down, need the ball, got to hold on to it.
Gibson gets triple teamed in the middle here.
Another card.
Yeah, now we're going to have Riley Taylor sent off for the Tomahawks. So Tomahawks had a player advantage, and now we're back to even strength. Both teams down one player.
Sometimes in those scenarios, you get 1 on one team and 5 on the other. Someone's going to do something, but you just got to keep body on ball. Oh, timeout.
Timeout.
So I believe
Bedford.
the Bulldogs, and that is confirmed, the Bulldogs will take a timeout. The score is 8-1. The Bulldogs lead by 7 here in the second quarter. 5:49 left before halftime. Again, if you're a lacrosse junkie in this Bedford area, you want to stay tuned for the rest of this game and the boys' game later on this evening. Their face-off is at 7 p.m. We'll bring you that game as well. The boys with, I would say, a somewhat surprising win last week against Pinkerton have put themselves in really good position as they head towards playoffs. They can seal the #1 seed with a win this evening against the visiting Exeter Bluehawks.
I think both the boys and girls came to play against Pinkerton last week. Great game by the girls' side, and it sounded like a really awesome one on that boys' side too.
We should see a really awesome one this evening as well. So if you have time and want to come down to the stadium, please do so. Make sure you say hello to us here in the booth. If not, enjoy the game right there from your couch at home, maybe a frosty beverage in hand. Great way to enjoy the game as well. I mean, I look down to my left here. It is senior day. I see some cupcakes over there. I might have to steal one of those. Do you think they'll notice one's gone?
No. I think we should get 2 actually.
Yeah.
They might notice that, but
Now, chocolate or vanilla for you?
I think I would go chocolate.
Okay, all right. So 1 and 1. Maybe they'll just say, "Oh, somebody else must have forgotten one at home or something."
Perfect.
Yeah, we'd be fine.
All right, perfect.
We can make up a good excuse.
I think we should do it.
I'm in. That's a good plan. And now we're back here to the game as the teams are ready to break their huddles. 8-1, the Bulldogs ahead, cruising here early.
I would love to see some assists from Bedford. You know, going to play Souhegan, tough team. You know, now's the time to really start moving the ball, running the plays, getting some good reps in on both sides of the ball.
4 assists here on 8 goals so far. Carly Hodgson-Rogers with 2 of those. Molly Muir and Paige Gibson each chipping in 1. But, you know, given that one of the goals was on a free position, 8-meter, and one was on a phenomenal individual effort by Paige Gibson on the redefend, I mean, out of a possible 8 goals, take
pretty
2
good.
of those away. It's just, you know,
pretty good odds.
2/3 of them.
Yeah.
Pretty good. But I like that thought. You know, work the ball around, use your offense. Make sure that you're getting into your sets, looking for cutters, making things easy on yourself.
Yeah. Looks like Bedford switching it up, putting Carly Hodgson-Rogers on the draw.
Oh, there was a timeout there, so I don't think we're going back to that draw, right?
Oh. Yeah, that was a little odd. They
there
all
was
set
a
up.
foul.
They were all like, oh, we're ready to go.
Yeah, I think the players were a bit confused. There was a foul, and then there was a card, and Coach Hodgson called the timeout after the Tomahawks foul. So the officials were on it.
Here we go.
And now Paige Gibson is back on it too, as she will survey the field from X. Cut her through the middle, nice job there. Liza Montagano open briefly. Gibson prudent with the ball. Carly Hodgson-Rogers drives. Nicely defended up top. Molly Muir now. Little pick and roll action. Great job by the defender to get high above that, Jackie Hayes.
I like that they're all moving. I'd love to see Merrimack put a little more pressure at X there.
Stuff. Little wraparound test there by Paige Gibson. Sophia Richard meets her up high. Matched sticks beautifully.
She's got a couple of those today. Really good job defending that crease side.
Outlet pass here through the middle. Lila Carls will scoop it up after missing the initial catch, and now she'll use her wheels to that far sideline. Protects her stick nicely. Fires it up.
Lila Carls, we've been hearing her name a lot today. Sophomore midfielder.
Cut through the middle. Tomahawk score, Ava Woods. Got some space. Good catch in traffic. Barry's low left, so I can't catch up with it.
Excellent job. Great transition up the field by Black. Finds that hole in the middle. The Bedford defense was caught off guard. Excellent job.
Ava Woods on the goal. I believe Lila Carls on the assist.
Oh, definitely. You
Couldn't
see that
catch
as
the
a
number.
coach. It's good, very good run. She was strong all the way through. Executes. 8-2.
8-2 it is, 4:28 remains in this first half. The Bulldogs switch it up a little bit on the draw. It was Liza Montagano taking the draw for the Bulldogs. Get an empty check there, so Lila Carls will scoop it off the turf. I believe it was actually Mitchell on the assist there, Olivia Mitchell.
Bedford's got to get a body on ball. They've got momentum. They're moving quick up the field, looking to pass it around super fast. Beautiful move, number 14.
And save.
Nice save, Irene Tsai.
Irene Tsai stepped to the ball, got that stick head down, and deflected that out to her right. After that beautiful move that you described by Hayes.
Nice rocker step. Very good.
Callahan now. Here's Madeline Hardy.
I don't know what's changed, but Merrimack's got some sort of intensity right now. Coming off that goal.
Jackie Hayes gets it checked out of her stick. Carly Hodgson-Rogers trying to thwart that momentum and does so nicely there with a great check. And now Lenti. She doesn't meet resistance yet, and now she does, and she'll take it behind. She got whacked in the face.
Ooh, another card coming.
Ouch. She grasps her lips.
Ooh.
Got popped in the mouth, so one of the players will be sent off for the Tomahawks. We'll see who that is.
She's gonna get the hanging hash.
And trotting to the sideline is Kylie Perella. So Kylie Perella with an illegal check to the face. Lenti had to pause a minute to see. And it's not like she'll get a double minor in hockey. You know, if you draw blood, you get that double minor. So.
Yeah. I mean, in that case, obviously you don't want the injury, you don't want to hit somebody, but good, solid D, reading that. Like, you know, you actually won't get an 8-meter shot. I'd rather put body on you, and unfortunate, you're now man down, but good attempt.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you take those fouls. If it's a certain goal,
yes,
might as well take a foul.
Exactly.
It's consistent across sports, basketball, lacrosse. Right. Hockey, you know, you take the penalty if you're going to avoid a sure goal. So
yes.
Merrimack does so there. Now they'll play a player down. Cut through the middle. Montagano again.
Mirror to Montagano.
Eloise Montagano just getting open left and right. She has 6 goals now, and that was another assist. That's 2 for Molly Muir.
Go by number 2.
Bulldogs
Eloise
ahead
Montagano.
9-2 with 2.5 left in this first half.
Really good play. I love that Muir to Montagano duo up there. They've got a couple good. Molly Muir seems to be finding those gaps. She clearly has her head up. She's not looking down. She's looking up. She's reading the field really well. And it's caused a lot of goals here.
It sure has. I mean, I just keep putting tick marks next to Eloise Montagano's name. I'm going to run out of room on this paper. She's got 6 goals already.
She's having a day.
Not even at halftime here. At what point? So if you're strategizing here, at what point do you maybe face guard her? What do you double team her? What, you know, how do you prevent that? Those cuts in the middle are phenomenal, and her teammates are finding her. How do you defend that?
I would face guard her for sure. I mean, I don't know for sure if Pinkerton was doing it, but they were playing really body on ball. She didn't have a very active game last time, and I think they knew she was the threat.
Tomahawks on the draw control here as Riley Taylor scooped up the ground ball. Olivia Mitchell. Far side, Madeline Hardy.
Good movement. I like to see Melanie Gibson. She's playing out a little bit. They know that we're man up. Everybody's kind of reacting that way, which is good. Merrimack's just got to keep moving that ball, keep it hot, or they're going to end up in a double team situation.
Watch the line!
Bulldogs trying to get a double team as quickly as they can to force pressure on both the ball as well as cutting off adjacent passes here, and the ball sails out of bounds. Olivia Mitchell a little too high for her teammate Olivia Dine.
Unfortunate, but good thought. Got to just keep that ball moving. Results in a turnover, though.
Great outlet
Next pass. Next pass.
Woo.
Who's above the ball?
Eloise Montagano. She'll go until she gets resistance.
Looking
now
for
she
Liza.
Does. Dishes left. Sister to sister connection. That ball comes out though. Lenti can't control the ground ball either. And the Tomahawks come away with it. It's Olivia Mitchell, and now it goes out of bounds.
Good D by Peyton Bolduc. Doesn't fully extend. She just keeps her body
1
there.
minute remaining
Trips her
in
up
the
a little
period.
bit. Ball pops out. White ball.
We've had a goalie change for the Bulldogs as Vi Hodgson-Rogers is now in net. Irene Tsai had the start, and now Vi Hodgson-Rogers getting some time here in this first half. 9-2 Bulldogs. Under a minute to go in this first half.
What do you think we're going to see here?
Hodgson-Rogers might probe here a little bit. Again, I mean, Molly Muir to a cutter inside. Guess who it might be? I mean, I'd have to go with the one who has 6 goals at this point, Eloise Montagano.
Yeah, great. Yep.
Look at her again. They can't find her.
Good pump
Lenti.
by Mary Lenti, trying to draw that shooting space. Ends up spinning and shooting. Great move.
Saved by Sophia Richard. It caught some body there, so the official slows things down, gives possession to Richard there. But yes, I like the patience by Mary Lenti. Just an equally good play by Sophia Richard on the save. Now the Tomahawks are going to run out of time. They got through midfield into the offensive area, but the horn sounds. That'll do it for this second quarter. The Bulldogs will take a 9-2 lead into halftime. We'll take a few minutes to recover. Hopefully you do the same, get some refreshments, and join us for the second half of action here from Bedford High School Division I lacrosse action.
BCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business, with branches in Bedford, Manchester, Nashua, and Derry. PrimaryBankNH.com. Delta Dental, providing easy access to quality dental coverage for every smile, from your younger years to your golden years, with the nation's largest provider network. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing healthcare to meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Murphy's Tap Room and Carriage House Event Center, where meals turn into moments and conversations last a little longer. Murphy'sTapRoom.com.
And we're back here at Bedford High School in Bedford, New Hampshire, where the Bulldogs girls varsity lacrosse team leads the Merrimack Tomahawks, who are visiting for Bedford's second to last regular season game. They lead at halftime, 9-2. The story of this first half,
Let's give a
senior attacker Eloise Montagano. 6 goals. I mean, absolutely lighting it up, cutting through the middle, getting feeds left and right. Emily, what are these Tomahawks going to do to try to prevent another 6 goals from Eloise Montagano in the second half?
You know, I think you said it best. A lot of it, too, is the feeds to Eloise Montagano in the middle. So I think Merrimack sticks have to be up on defense, really active. I'd love to see a little bit more intensity and pressure on the ball carrier. I know, especially out back where Paige Gibson is kind of floating back there looking for those feeds. Get on her body a little bit more. Make her work for it a little bit. Just got to stay active, sticks up, talking on D, and I think they could turn this around.
Montagano with those 6 goals. We also have Paige Gibson chipping in 2, and Molly Muir with another of her own. 2 goals on the Merrimack Tomahawk side, one by Jackie Hayes, the other by Ava Woods. And again, this Merrimack squad has some work to do here in this second half. Bulldogs came in again with the record 7-7, sitting 8th in the seeding. They will finish their regular season tomorrow at Souhegan. Merrimack coming in with an 8-4 record, but they have a busy week. They will be playing 4 games in 4 nights. So a lot of lacrosse for this Merrimack Tomahawk squad this week after Memorial Day. 12 minutes back on the board. We're ready for the third quarter draw. Mary Lenti ready to take it for the Bulldogs. Didn't see who was approaching there for the Tomahawks. Looks like it's back to Riley Taylor. Batted around, and Carly Hodgson-Rogers will help Lenti get draw control there. Past that sideline a little high. Loose
One thing
ball.
I like about Bedford is they use the whole field. They play so wide on the sideline that sometimes I do get a little nervous that it's going to go out, but they definitely are playing the whole field.
Tiptoeing that yellow line
Yes.
frequently for sure, as Liza Montagano did so on the far sideline. She'll drive high, get to goal line extended, turn back. Gibson coming from behind as well.
Good move, little wagon wheel back there.
Gets the edge, gets the goal. Paige Gibson.
I like that take. Liza Montagano, sorry. She goes, she rolls, she's turning, kind of takes her time, switches left, sees Paige Gibson, and off they go.
Gibson with the Hattie now. I think Liza Montagano should have earned the assist there.
Absolutely. Great work. Would have loved to see a little Montagano to Montagano goal. Maybe Liza gets a chance this time.
Might not be too far off in the future as the Bulldogs hit double digits. 10-2, just 40 seconds into this third quarter.
I like that play. My team runs that play.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Sister-to-sister connection or the wheel that you just saw?
Oh, the wheel.
Okay, all right.
That's a Hodgson classic. I got
Okay.
that one from her.
Very effective.
Very effective. It's a good
Riley,
play. Always
Riley
good.
Taylor here with the draw control, and yes, it does work.
She was due. Riley Taylor, draw control. Off she goes.
Face dodge, shot goes high. Got back to her left hand, but couldn't get that shot on cage. Irene Tsai back in the cage for the Bulldogs. We'll likely see Vi Hodgson-Rogers at some point in this second half. Tomahawks missed the connection up top, but they're able to get that ground ball without too much of an issue.
Interesting read. Mary Lenti was ready to pick that ball up back there, and Merrimack's playing a little bit further back, looking like they're ready for a fast break action. But sometimes you want to see them up on that line. You never know when that ball is going to pop over that restraining.
Tomahawks looking for a pick here. Shot, save.
Nice save.
Tsai on the save. Jackie Hayes, sidearm rip shot. Can't beat Tsai though as she punched it out with that left glove.
Really good job, Bedford defense. Merrimack's moving the ball well. They just got to keep shooting, right? You can't score if you don't shoot, so they just got to keep working at it. Something's gonna land, but Irene Tsai crushing it back there.
Taylor now will look to redodge. Gibson though, tough defender.
Really
Gets
good
the ball
defense.
loose there again, and just such length, such strength, and her footwork, honestly, is probably the best part of her defensive game. Great job by Mel Gibson.
Yeah, really good job. Merrimack split the defenders, but they prevailed. They stayed right on there.
Good D there by Carly Hodgson-Rogers, too. Hayes will have to bring it back out. Up top,
Everybody's moving.
Taylor. Good help from the side. Nugent will chip in. Good position defense.
Great help D by Bedford, but you want to see Black roll. Nice shot. You want to see Black roll off that. They double the ball, then she wants to go in and cut sooner before they go back to man-to-man. That would have been probably not good on the Bedford side. She would have probably scored.
Jackie Hayes' shot there sailed wide right. Just beside Irene Tsai, and the Tomahawks back it up, so they start it from behind.
They've got 3 shots on goal this effort here, this offensive set. Just got to keep moving, try to shoot.
Miscommunication on defense, and the pass through the middle. Couldn't find the cutter there. Luckily for the Tomahawks, Taylor picks it up. Working on that set again, and they get it behind. Working from side to side, working on stacks on either wing. Trying to pick up some picks, just a little bit of daylight. Mitchell here gets to her left. Ball comes out, but she's fouled. She earns the free position. Olivia Mitchell, the lefty, will be top right of Irene Tsai.
Great offensive movement there. She did a really good job reading that, kept pushing, tried to get that shot off, got a penalty. Now she gets hopefully a freebie.
Center hash, though. I thought she was going to be top right. They do put her on center hash. Nobody's gone behind yet, so I'm curious as to who had the foul. Strange.
Yeah.
Either way, Olivia Mitchell, top
Not
center,
making
takes the
anyone
cradle,
go behind.
save. Irene Tsai. Get to her offside there. Nice save by Tsai.
Oh, just missed putting her head up. Seeing her open girl in the middle.
Hayes. Now Mitchell. Gibson picks it up. Quick pass up to Lenti. And the Bulldogs, they're trying to get through midfield quickly.
Jackie Hayes going end to end, absolutely sprinting up, not stopping, keeps moving, draws a penalty, but really, really good effort.
Hounding Eloise Montagano through that ground ball effort. And now the Bulldogs will settle things down. A long set for the Tomahawks, but they come up empty on that offensive end. 6:30 left in the third quarter. 10-2 is your score. The Bulldogs ahead 8.
Bedford moving the ball around. They've got a man in the box, which, quite frankly, I missed that.
Yeah, agreed. When did
I was
that
like,
happen?
what are they doing? And I'm realizing now that, oh, maybe, actually, you know what? That was when Riley Hayes was on the 8-meter. No wonder no one was behind her.
There you go. That's Molly Muir having a seat over there.
I was like, what are they doing? They're not going to goal, but they're wasting the clock.
They sure are, as Muir is in the sin bin and feels shame.
We're both like, why didn't they put anybody behind?
Yeah. Well, they didn't need to.
And here she comes.
They tick it all the way off. 5.5 left here in the third quarter, and the Bulldogs quite effectively kill off that penalty time. We're back to even strength. It's tough there because as a defender, you want to get out and put pressure, but you also don't want to put yourself or your team in a bad position if one of these offensive players makes a strong cut, makes a strong dodge.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, your aggressiveness in trying to take advantage of your man up turns into a goal for the shorthanded team.
They're running it again. I like that.
Little
Ooh.
give and go there. Montagano gets fouled as she goes through the middle. This time, Liza Montagano.
I like that, though. The intention is to go behind, keep looking behind you to pass. Paige Gibson had her head up, saw Liza Montagano. Good freebie.
Now Liza Montagano, the freshman, stick up and ready. She's ready for the whistle. Center hash on Sophia Richard. There's the whistle, one step, Berries,
Nice
offside
shot.
hip. Very good placement there by Liza Montagano. That is exactly where you want to shoot, offside hip.
Montagano.
That was just a ripper. It didn't even
too
look like she
fast.
looked at the goal. She just hit it. Great shot by Liza Montagano. 11-2.
So that's Liza Montagano's first goal to go along with an assist. 4.5 to go in the third quarter. I know it doesn't necessarily count for Eloise Montagano, but it is 7 goals in that family alone. Not a bad day of production.
Not a bad day to be a Montagano.
Yeah. Back to the draw. Lenti. On Taylor, it pops right to Carly Hodgson-Rogers. She speeds ahead and settles.
We were talking about the draw a little bit earlier. I think a lot of it too is when you're on that circle, being able to read the placement of where it's going to go, and the chemistry of the players on that circle are very important, just as important sometimes as the person taking it.
Well, Montagano takes it hard. Sophia Richard with a save, though.
Liza
Great
Montagno,
job.
after that goal, getting a little bit more confident, it seems like, kind of driving in. I haven't seen that from her these past few games that I've been here at.
Archton Rogers gets free shot, gets tipped in the middle. And now Sophia Richard will scoop the ground ball in her crease. Great outlet pass.
Nice job.
Hits her teammate in stride. Ariana Costa? No, excuse me, that is Lila Carls. Didn't see the 1, I only saw the 6. So Carls brings it all the way behind, finds the cutter in the middle, great catch and a goal.
Nice job. Very good
Riley
job.
Taylor.
And you know what? Credit when credit's due. Starts with the goalie, beautiful clear, moves the ball up the field really effectively. She holds, they
Merrimack
catch
goal by
the
number
Bedford
3,
D off
Riley
guard.
Taylor.
Shot score.
So Taylor with the goal, Carls with the assist. 11-3 with 3:25 to go in the third quarter.
And, you know, Sophia Richards, she has a lot of saves back there. She's doing a really good job. She's had some really effective clears. Sometimes I think, you know, we forget, we look at the score, but it's important to note that as well.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal outlet pass, just on a dime.
Yeah. Great, great play. You love to see when it starts all the way from the last man in the back, all the way through to the next one.
Stick to stick to stick. And in the back of the net, nicely executed in all phases there. It results in a goal for the Tomahawks. So 11-3 back to the draw circle. Mary Lenti, Riley Taylor. The Bulldogs with the draw control. Eloise Montagano on the ground ball.
Really good job by Bedford on the draw all day. Keeping the momentum in their side. Oh, Montagano to Montagano.
Cut through the middle. Connection missed.
Good effort by Black.
Come away with the ground ball and
Nice
another
catch.
great outlet.
Look at them move the ball.
all the
This is
way
beautiful.
ahead.
She's just got to go straight in, straight in.
Mitchell to Hayes. Hayes back to her right hand. Shot
Nice
score.
shot. Beautiful job.
That is so
Beautiful
hard.
job by Jackie Hayes. All that hard work this whole game paying off right there with a really good hustle. Awesome move. She reads the defense, slides to the right, and just rips it. Great, great job.
Merrimack goal
That's
by
just
number
phenomenal
14,
placement off hip
Jackie
too,
Hayes.
as Hayes sticks that side right next to the post on the run. That is a tough shot.
She gets a well-deserved cheer by the crowd down there.
Great execution by Jackie Hayes, the senior midi. 2:44 left in the third quarter. A 2-goal run by the Tomahawks draws them to within 7.
Merrimack's transition is good. They're moving the ball fast. Not a lot of feet running, right? Ball moves faster in the air than in somebody's stick, so they're making it work right now.
Bulldogs with another draw control. Eloise Montagano here. It sure does move faster. I mean, you know, what a pass from person to person is 35, 40 miles an hour. Maybe if you put a little zip, 50 or 60. Some of the faster shots are probably 70, 80.
That shot by Jackie Hayes was pushing there. That was beautiful.
I don't know many girls on this team that can run 35 miles per hour.
Oh, no, yeah, I don't think so. But yeah,
Wheel around the crease here as the Bulldogs are looking for cutters.
Good job, Jack.
really good defense.
That is phenomenal defense on Muir.
Muir holds on to the ball.
Jackie Hayes hounding her, and now Carly Hodgson Rogers. Slip from behind. Lenti gets space. Little sidearm shot. Tucks it under the bar.
I was going to say, sometimes those wheels work really well when you're rolling and you've got a feeder at the top because they're waiting for that play to start down low. Really nice feed, nice finish. 1-13. Now we got a 12-4 game.
Lenti on the goal. Carly Hodgson Rogers with another assist. That's her third of the game. Some young players contributing today. Paige Gibson, 3 goals. Now Lenti with a goal. Freshman Liza Montagano with a goal. Molly Muir, the sophomore, a goal and 2 assists. Coach Hodgson has to be encouraged by these underclassmen contributing.
You love to see a good stats with a lot of people with a check next to them. It's always good. Always good feeling as a coach. Looks like we've got, is that Liza Montagano with the ball moving around down low? Looking up to Molly Muir.
Sure is. 1:20 to go in this third quarter. Carly Hodgson Rogers looking for cutters again. Near side as they're rounding from X, close to that crease. Ball misses a connection, and now the Bulldogs scrambling in their own defensive end.
Leah Janicki moving around, trying to find somebody to help her out. Gets it to Andy Nugent, and they move it up.
Good hustle there, good communication. Bulldogs handle a somewhat precarious situation.
They were offsides for a second there.
Say that out loud. Lenti with a shot and saved by Richard.
Ref let it go.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
What? Oh, I didn't see it at all. Jackie Hayes now. Can't see her because she's moving too fast. Little pull there.
All right. Yeah.
Now we're going to get a foul, and Carly Hodgson Rogers will be sent off. Little
accidental
pull.
grab there, it seemed, but once that happens, you just got to let off, and then, you know, they had to call that one.
She kept hustling.
Yeah, and Jackie Hayes was pretty unfazed, just kept moving.
So Carly Hodgson Rogers gets sent off. 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. If she had just left it at that first check,
yeah,
she might have still been on the field, but
yes.
she went again for the second one. Nice stick there. Mel Gibson gets it on the turf. Muir picks it up, and the Bulldogs should be able to kill off a decent amount of this penalty time.
Tough go for Black. You get that. You get a penalty. You got to capitalize. Quick feed, trying to get a quick goal.
And now the Bulldogs
Ball back.
press the situation. Sophia Richard punches the sky again, comes up with another save.
All right.
Time runs out. Third quarter is over. The Bulldogs lead 12-4 after 3. We'll let you gather your thoughts. While you do that, we'd like to, again, thank our underwriters. We at BCTV and WBNH would like to thank them for supporting our live sports coverage. That's Primary Bank, Northeast Delta Dental, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and Murphy's Tap Room and Carriage House Event Center. Appreciate their support today and throughout this spring season for helping us bring live sports to our Bedford community on both TV as well as radio when we have the possibility. So thank you again to our underwriters. Again, this is the first of a lacrosse doubleheader here this afternoon. Again, you cannot get better weather for such an event. The girls taking on the Merrimack Tomahawks here. They lead 12-4 after 3. The Bulldogs boys lacrosse team will take on the Exeter Bluehawks. Face-off is at 7 p.m. That will be on this same TV channel here, 1072 in Bedford, as well as broadcast on Bluehawk Media. So the folks over in Exeter should be able to tune in for that. Emily, 12-4. If you're Coach Hodgson, what are you thinking? If you're Coach Todd, what are you thinking?
Coach Hodgson, I think she's definitely happy with the way Bedford's playing. Obviously on offense, it's showing for it in that, but definitely a few easy things to clean up. I think she probably is going to talk about in this circle right now, fast breaks, and they got to eliminate that from Merrimack. So we got to be a little bit better when they're bringing the ball down on our transition defense and that redefend. I think those would be her notes. On the Merrimack side, I think, you know, I love they're trying to push, get something in the back of the net, but we got to be a little bit more careful with those feeds, those quick feeds in there, and losing the ball so fast. So just a little bit more composure, keep that intensity up. I think the momentum is moving a little bit for them, but it's so tough when you work so hard and then you have a quick feed in there and it doesn't quite sit.
A couple tough ones there, but a couple of nice goals there by the Tomahawks there in the third quarter. Taylor scored on the assist from Carls, and then Jackie Hayes on the run with her right hand. Little sidearm shot, found the side of the net.
Excellent, like beautiful shot. I would say beautiful.
Beautiful it was. So they get 2 more on the board in that third quarter. That was matched, though, by the Bulldogs as they scored 3 and extended their lead to 8 after 3.
And you know what? I'm a big compliment sandwich kind of coach, and I think you start there. You say, hey, we got to clean up our passes and our feeds a little bit. Our transition is money, though.
2 goals by Hayes this afternoon, 1 each for Riley Taylor and Ava Woods. That makes up therefore, on the other side, Eloise Montagano, 6 goals. Yeah, I said 6. 3 goals by Paige Gibson, a goal apiece for Lenti, Liza Montagano, and Molly Muir. That makes up their 12. 12 minutes back on the board. We're ready for the fourth quarter. Sun is slowly setting off to our right side. It will be in the eyes for Irene Tsai down to our left. We get a procedure called here. And the ball is awarded to the Tomahawks. They didn't like how Lenti was setting up for that face-off. So Riley Taylor on the move. Nobody defends her until now, and she'll pull it back out.
I like to see that really quick effort, though. It seems like Merrimack has capitalized on those quick, fast breaks, catching Bedford off guard, and it's resulted in a couple goals for them. So
cut her through the middle. They can't make the connection.
Good look, though.
Olivia Dine somehow got free. Well, that's because the Bulldogs are down 1. I'm not sure if they recall that they're a player down. And the Bulldogs awarded possession as it was a pass. So fortunate there for the Bulldogs. It was not a shot, so backup irrelevant. The pass sails over the end line. The Bulldogs awarded possession. They'll clear out from the end line. Molly Muir, the shifty midfielder, will draw a double team quickly. Stops, pivots back, rolls away from pressure, pass through the middle, gets batted, but Emerson Drown picks it up.
Nice quick ground ball.
2 and 3 defenders there. Now Mel Gibson's pass gets picked off. Ava Woods sneaks into the passing lane. Woods gets a shot off, save, Tsai.
Nice save.
Big one there for Tsai. Rebound pops out to Melanie Gibson. Now getting through midfield.
Bedford a little bit slow moving to get up there, waiting, riding out. Carly Hodgson-Rogers penalty. Not sure.
Official has some words for the Tomahawks defender. I'm not sure if they will send her off or not. They just send her 15 yards behind, not the normal.
Made her wait.
Few feet of clearance there. Now Carly Hodgson-Rogers will settle things down for the Bulldogs. They get into their half-field offense. Settled offense, I guess not really half-field. Hodgson-Rogers, dodge, redodge, gets to the middle,
nice
buries
job.
High. Right over the head of Sophia Richard. Carly Hodgson-Rogers has her first goal of the afternoon.
You like that patience there. She reads it, she keeps going, keeps pushing, and I love the way she was moving. She didn't just go head on. She kind of floated a little bit more to the right and then ripped it. Good read.
13-4. A 9-goal lead for the Bulldogs. 9:52 remains here in the game. Sun slowly setting to our right. We see the Exeter boys team all the way over to the right as they have arrived and are getting their sticks ready for the 7 p.m. face-off with the Bulldogs boys team. We'll have a little time in between. I'll be joined by Jay Abendroth for the call of that game this afternoon, but before that happens, Mary Lenti's going to show us how good she is on these draw controls.
Yeah, she's been lights out on that draw circle today.
Hodgson Rogers finds the open Liza Montagano. They'll settle things down. As she trots down to goal line extended and now behind. Passes to X.
Love to see a little bit of pressure D from Merrimack, but I know they've got a long stretch of games ahead of them.
Bryn Abendroth makes an appearance for the Bulldogs. Cuts through the middle. Nice to see Coach Hodgson making a few substitutions there. Abendroth, the freshman, getting some time here. Here. Running that wheel again around that crease. I was
gonna say, Bedford loves that play today. They're keeping it going. Instead of keeping the ball down there, though, they're gonna put it in the sticks up top. Keep it moving, nice feed.
There it was, just high and outside. Louise Montagano, she says 6 isn't enough. I want more than half a dozen.
Dare I say 7?
You dare say it, she dare do it. We'll see what happens. Still another 8.5 minutes to see if she can.
The ball is like a magnet on her stick. She catches things when you would least expect it. Really good feeds by Molly Muir, though, and Carly Hodgson-Rogers today.
Same move, same result.
Same
Carly Hodgson,
move.
I mean.
Top right.
Whoosh.
It doesn't get any better than that. Doesn't get any better than that.
It really honestly felt like we could replay the last goal.
Bedford goal by number 1.
It would look the same.
Redodge.
Rogers.
Dodges the defender that's coming over and crashing from her right side. I mean, Andrew, if you can pull some magic back there in the studio and run those replays back right next to each other, it really does look like the same exact play.
That one she slides over and then drives in. The first one she drives down and then over. Both insane. She just absolutely crushing it. So good by Carly Hodgson-Rogers.
We'll see it here. Here it is.
Here we go.
Here's the first one.
Slide and hit.
Dodge, redodge, buries high. Here's the second one. Dodge, redodge, buries high. Thank you, Andrew. Well done back there. Working some magic in the studio. Andrew Fenn, our program director, very helpful on replays throughout. Appreciate your efforts.
Good. Love to see these seniors having a good senior day today. Oh, here she goes. Carly Hodgson-Rogers running down the field, marching. Good decision with 3D on her.
She settles things down, takes some checks from the backside, but now she'll pass it off to Liza Montagano. We're under 7 minutes to play in the game. Pass through the middle. Misses its target. Great ground ball by Bryn Abendroth. She scoops it up, gets it back behind. Drive from X. We get a foul there. I believe that's Liza Montagano putting herself in free position. She'll be top right of Sophia Richard.
Good ground ball by Bryn. Nobody seemed to even know the ball got fed in there. She just scooped that thing right up.
2 steps in and takes the rip. Montagano does the same as she did before.
Very good.
2 goals now for Liza Montagano. Capitalizes on that free position, top right of Richard. I like that approach too. Take a little hop step. Sometimes it's called a crow step, split step, scissor step, whatever way you want to call it. Give yourself a little extra power. Liza Montagano rips it low. Has another goal for herself this afternoon.
Looks like we're getting Vi Hodgson-Rogers in the game for Irene Sy. Good job by Liza Montagano. I like that. We talked about those 8 meters. Sometimes it's like, do you rip it? Do you run right in there? I like that crow step. Good stuff.
I believe we're in running time. 10-goal lead. 5 minutes left on the board, and we are still rolling as Carly Hodgson-Rogers scoops up another ground ball. I appreciate you bringing it back up. Senior night here tonight as these seniors honored for their efforts throughout their careers. Again, those seniors: Carly Hodgson-Rogers, Eloise Montagano, Vi Hodgson-Rogers, Melanie Gibson, Andy Nugent, Irene Sy, and Kathleen De Silva. Great save there, Sophia Richard. So they'll put a nice bow, at least from the home perspective, on this season. They'll have a tough Game tomorrow.
Mary
Lenti.
Lenti.
Little elevator there. Goes sidearm, raises it up, tucks it under the pipe. Lenti. Love it.
Really good turnover. Picks it up and just, without hesitation, rips it.
I don't think this Bedford team liked us talking about a little bit of momentum that the Tomahawks might have been gathering in that third quarter. Again,
I don't think so either.
2 goals somewhat late in that quarter. We talked about the goals from Taylor and Hayes. And despite them not listening to BC TV down there on the sideline, somehow they are aware of that as they've rattled off 4 goals here to start this fourth quarter. 2 by Carly Hodgson-Rogers, 1 Liza Montagano, now 1 by Mary Lenti.
Bedford's been relentless on the ground balls, the draw controls, and those do play a major factor in this
Bedford goal by
game.
number 13, Mary Lenti.
Jackie Hayes on the draw control up quickly for Riley Taylor. Taylor to the middle. Lila Carls, not Liza, excuse me. Back for Mitchell.
Sun is not in Bedford's favor right now.
Tough.
Right above that tree line.
Vi Hodgson-Rogers has not been dealing with that much as she's been cheering on Irene Sy from the sideline. She's getting some time now, though. A shot from right there would be really tough.
Yeah. Definitely squinting in there.
Staring right back. She does have a visor on that helmet. It is helpful, but still tough to track that ball, especially being a yellow ball as it comes from the exact direction of the setting sun. Feed in the middle. Nice connection. Woods can't get the shot off. Defended nicely inside by Malia Janicki. Near
Good
side
patience.
Hayes. Absolutely. Sneaking under the pick there. Carly Hodgson-Rogers defending Hayes.
Good matchup. Hodgson-Rogers on Hayes. Pretty even speed, even height.
Mitchell now looks for Cutters, the lefty. Here's Taylor. Switches hands a couple of times. Looks for the feed inside, has her player. Shot, score.
Great feed, great cut, beautiful finish. Looks like
That was Lila Carls on the cut through the middle.
Lila Carls. We heard her name a lot at the beginning. Nice to see another goal there.
I believe that was Taylor on the assist. Either way, 1:30 to go in this game. 16-5
2, Lillian Burns.
is your score. The Bulldogs cruising nearly from the opening draw. They got up early. Eloise Montagano, again, 6 goals in that first half. She scored the first 3 for the Bulldogs. It was 1-0. The Tomahawks tied at 1-1, but then the Bulldogs out to an 8-1 advantage. They've put it on cruise control since then in the first quarter through that first half. Score now 16-5. 1 minute to go.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Here comes the Bedford boys, maybe cheering on the girls for their final minute on senior night.
Lila Carls up top for the Tomahawks. We'd like to see that. Woods in the middle, bounce shot, score. Woods.
Nice job. They've got a really good feed, quick shot, 2 times in a row now.
Woods gets the assist from Carls.
Goal by number 22,
You like that. You like to see that on offense. They drive low, they've got their heads down, but the second they look up, they're ready to feed that ball, and it's worked for them today.
You know, that's a testament to Carls, too. She's keeping her head up that whole time. She may lower her head a little bit, but her eyes are still up.
Yes.
She's looking for those cutters.
So the defense isn't expecting it. It's good. Really good.
Draw here. Controlled again by the Tomahawks. Yes, it is. Scooping that up, Lila Carls.
Final seconds. Bedford's got a body on ball.
3, 2, and 1. That'll do it. Pass into the middle. The horn sounds before the Tomahawks can get another shot off. That'll do it. Final score here, 16-6. The Bulldogs
Final
win
score,
by
Bedford
10.
16, Merrimack
Emily,
6.
closing
Thank you
thoughts?
folks for attending today's
Not really well done job on both teams. Bedford Loved the back of the net today. Lots of great saves by the Merrimack goalie. Irene Sy was a force to be reckoned with back there. Awesome game on both sides of the ball.
Bulldogs led by Eloise Montagano. 6 goals on the day for Montagano. 3 goals for Paige Gibson. 2 apiece for Mary Lenti. Liza Molly Neer chipping in another for the Tomahawks. Goals for Ava Woods. 2 as well for Jackie Hayes, and then 1 apiece for Lila Carls and Riley Taylor. Final score again, 16-6. The girls improved their record to 8-7. They have a tough one tomorrow evening at Souhegan. If you want to travel over to Amherst to catch that one, please do so. Opening draw is at 5:30. We'll take a break here and then rejoin you as the boys team will be taking on the Exeter Bluehawks. For this broadcast, though, I appreciate the help from Andrew Fenn back in the studio, Eric Chellis on camera, Emily Whittier helping out on color. Very much appreciate you throughout the season. We will do to broadcast some playoff games for the girls, but for now, we will say so long and rejoin you momentarily for the boys game. We'll take a break and see you for more lacrosse action here from Bedford High School.